Naofumi Iwatani, a college student, is transported to another world along with 3 other men. They meet the King of Melremark, who informs them that they are the 4 cardinal heroes: sword, spear, bow, and shield, destined to save the world from catastrophic waves. Naofumi is designated as the shield hero, considered the weakest among them. It's like getting a Zoom meeting invite you can't decline, only to find out you're the least popular participant. While the other heroes gain companions, only Mine, a member of the Spear Heroes party, volunteers to join Naofumi. However, Mine betrays him by stealing his belongings and falsely accusing him of assault. Naofumi's pleas of innocence fall on deaf ears and he becomes an outcast. Embittered and isolated, Naofumi turns to a slave trader named Balukas and acquires a demi-human slave girl, Raphtalia. A slave crest is etched onto her to ensure her obedience, a mark that subjects her to intense pain if she disobeys Naofumi. Initially hesitant and haunted by her traumatic past, Raphtalia suffers from frequent nightmares and emotional pain due to the loss of her parents. However, she finds newfound courage and strength through Naofumi's unwavering support. Together, they travel to a small town called Loot, where they collect valuable ore and successfully defeat a high-level monster. This shared experience not only strengthens their bond, but also serves as a stepping stone for Raphtalia's emotional healing and growth. After the second wave, a celebration is held in the Kingdom of Melremark. While the other heroes are congratulated, Naofumi is largely ignored. It's like posting a masterpiece on Instagram and getting 0 likes while everyone else's selfies go viral. During the celebration, like a persistent mosquito at a picnic, Stalker Motoyasu, the spear hero, challenges Naofumi to a duel over Raphtalia's status as a slave. Despite not wanting to participate, Naofumi is forced into the duel by the king. The duel is skewed against him and he loses. However, Raphtalia declares her loyalty to Naofumi, defying the king's attempt to separate them. Feeling the need for additional strength, Naofumi purchases a monster egg. The egg hatches into Philo, a bird that rapidly grows into a giant creature and then morphs into a human-like girl. Philo's playful and innocent nature brings a new dynamic to Naofumi's party, lightening the mood and adding firepower for future battles. Naofumi takes Philo to various craftsmen to make her magic clothes. They need a special gemstone for the magic thread, so they escort a wealthy trader to earn it. Along the way, they defeat bandits who try to exploit Naofumi's tarnished reputation. Impressed, the trader helps Naofumi gain new skills and valuable contacts, including a discounted mining warrant. While searching for the gemstone, they discover an abandoned tomb and eventually find a gem vein guarded by a beast called a Nue. After defeating the Nue and obtaining the gemstone, they successfully make Philo's magic dress, which adapts to her shape-shifting abilities. Naofumi and his party are tasked with delivering herbicide to a village, only to find it overrun by a monstrous plant. They discover that Motoyasu had used a dangerous seed from a tomb to solve a famine, but it backfired, turning into a monster plant. Naofumi defeats the plant and modifies the seeds to be safe. Unable to get payment from the villagers, he sells the seeds to the trader, who gives him another job. While staying at a hot springs village, Raphtalia and Philo go on a quest to find a special gem for Naofumi. They encounter a silver boar, defeat it, and sell its body. With the proceeds, they buy a special tool for Naofumi to use in his gem work. If you're enjoying this journey so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps the channel and ensures you don't miss out on any future anime recaps. Now, let's get back to the story. Naofumi and his party discover a village suffering from a mysterious disease. They learn that the illness began after Ren, the sword hero, killed a dragon but failed to dispose of its body properly. The decaying corpse has poisoned the area. During their confrontation with the dragon, which is turned into a zombie, Naofumi's despair activates his cursed rage shield. Although powerful, the shield also clouds his judgment. Raphtalia is injured, trying to snap him out of it, but they manage to defeat the dragon with Philo's help. Naofumi later realizes the gravity of his actions and vows to become stronger to protect his companions. Naofumi and his party head to the capital to obtain holy water for Raphtalia's healing. Along the way, they meet Melty, a blue-haired girl who quickly becomes friends with Philo. Upon reaching the capital, Philo and Melty separate from the group. Naofumi and Raphtalia go to the church, where they almost get scammed with low-quality holy water. However, the Pope intervenes and provides them with high-grade pure holy water. Later, Stalker Motoyasu confronts Naofumi, demanding Philo's freedom. At this point, one can't help but think that Stalker Motoyasu is trying to collect all of Naofumi's companions like their Pokemon cards. Just when you think it's a full house, Mine bursts onto the scene, as hard to shake off as Johnny Depp's unpopular crazy ex, Amber. She dramatically waves a warrant in the air, turning the tension up to 11. The situation escalates further until Melty intervenes, revealing that she is the second princess and the heir apparent due to her older sister Malty's problematic behavior. Despite this revelation, Naofumi remains distrustful of the royal family and dismisses Melty. Naofumi's reputation starts to improve as a small group from Loot Village, which he had previously saved, offers to join him for the upcoming wave. He sets a loyalty test, asking for 150 silver coins from each member. Meanwhile, Raphtalia and Philo are due for class upgrades, but a royal decree prevents them from using Melromark's Dragon Hourglass for the process. Naofumi considers traveling to the neighboring country of Shieldfrieden to use their Dragon Hourglass, but realizes they won't make it before the next wave. During a scouting mission, he finds refugees suffering due to a poorly executed revolution led by Itsuki. Upon his return, Naofumi confronts Ren and Itsuki, who accuse him of stealing their rewards. He counters by pointing out the consequences of their actions. Itsuki's revolution led to a corrupt government, and Ren's failure to properly dispose of a dragon corpse resulted in a plague. Ren believes him after seeing Raphtalia's wounds, but Itsuki remains skeptical. As preparations continue, Erhard provides Naofumi with upgraded armor. The group from Loot Village returns, meeting Naofumi's loyalty test by bringing the 150 silver coins. He instructs them to use the money for better equipment. With new allies and gear, they brace themselves as the next wave is just 24 hours away. As the wave begins, Naofumi's party, now including the Loot Party led by Knight Ake, springs into action. Ake's unit focuses on helping civilians, while Naofumi, Raphtalia, and Philo tackle the monsters. They encounter an elderly woman, previously healed by Naofumi, who turns out to be a retired adventurer. She proves to be a formidable ally. 3 hours into the wave, concerned about the other heroes' progress, Naofumi leaves the elderly woman and Ake's unit to protect the civilians. He finds the other heroes' parties recklessly attacking a Dutchman. Naofumi scolds them for their lack of focus and has Raphtalia reveal the true boss, a massive soul eater. Faced with this formidable enemy, Naofumi is tempted to use his cursed shield. However, the soul of the zombie dragon within the shield is furious at both Ren for killing it and Naofumi for incorporating it into his gear. This internal struggle sends Naofumi and Philo into a rage. Regaining his composure, Naofumi uses a new power, the Iron Maiden, to defeat the Soul Eater. Just when they think they've won, another Soul Eater appears, only to be effortlessly defeated by a new enemy. Glass, a woman in a black kimono wielding twin-bladed war fans. She is revealed to be the true enemy of this wave, adding a new layer of complexity to their challenges. Glass proves to be a formidable opponent, easily defeating the other 3 heroes and challenging Naofumi's party. Despite their best efforts, they can't land a single blow on her. Just as Naofumi calls for a tactical retreat, the wave's time limit expires, and Glass retreats, leaving the battle at a stalemate. Afterward, Naofumi is summoned to the castle where King Altcray demands to know the secret behind his abilities. Naofumi counters, demanding that Altcray kneel and beg. The tension escalates, but a mysterious woman covertly warns Naofumi about a conspiracy against him by the church. Melty tries to mediate between her father and Naofumi, but fails due to her sister Malty's interference. Naofumi's party then sets off for Shieldfrieden for class upgrades, but en route they encounter Melty again. Just as Naofumi senses something is off, an assassination attempt on Melty is made, which he prevents. Naofumi protects Melty from the attacking knights, who then accuse him of taking her hostage. Back at the royal palace, the church manipulates evidence to frame Naofumi for kidnapping Melty, making him a fugitive. Naofumi decides to protect Melty to clear his name, and they head for Siltveld through the mountains. They are discovered by the other 3 heroes, who have been deceived by Malty into believing Naofumi has a brainwashing shield. A chase ensues, during which Naofumi uses his rage shield to escape. Ren and Itsuki start to doubt Malty's claims when she attacks without concern for Malty's safety. Naofumi gives Ren a pendant from the church, urging him to investigate. An emissary from Queen Morelia removes a magic shackle from Philo and relays the queen's desire to meet Naofumi. However, Naofumi decides to continue to Siltvelt, especially after realizing the emissary is the same woman who had warned him about the church. Meanwhile, Malty sets a forest fire to flush Naofumi out.